this thing. Sorry, I'm still trying to get used to using this type of ring light. But I'm back home. I'm back home. Hold on. Let me move these real quick. Why is it always like so close? Okay. I'm back home. And the ring light's so bright. Goodness. Whatever. It's something new that I need to get used to. So I'm back from the enhypen movie. It's nice. I liked it. I really did. I don't sound excited, but I was like enamored because most of their songs are the ones that I listen to, the one that I tend to dissociate with. You know, those types of songs, like melody-wise, they do that to me. I don't know what type of melody it's called, but I can just zone out to it whenever I'm in like in distress. Like I'm stressed, I could just put this on, or I'm trying to like reel in from being stressed. For example, my second time just trying to get an Uber on my way back, I put on Fatal Trouble. Those are the types of songs that I like listening to because, you know, after having to deal with something stressful or like, you know, you need to wind down. Most of the songs, you know, they're the ones that I tend to wind down to. Most of it, the tour took place, it said 4 years, right? So I'm guessing either 2024 or 2025. When is Engine Day? Engine date. Sorry, that was my notification. I'll get back to the topic at hand, but I'll just say this. I like the iPhone, you know, sometimes it's faster, the quality thing is nicer, but the phone battery, complete opposite of it. Android, however, at least for me, I get to customize the ringtones however I want. Hell, even customize the notification sounds. For example, my dad, I turned his to like that one time where Jay, I think he was looking at F1, and I was like, Vamos! And I made that my notification sound from him. Another example is the Persona 5. You know the Persona 5 message, that little notification tone in game? I put that for my friend as well because he's into Persona, and he got me into it. I need to find a way to get like, maybe in the future I can try to bounce back into that again. I think I'm afraid of the grinding mechanic. It looks grindy. Like I seen Mikey's gameplay and holy crap. So not only you have to juggle your part-time job, you have to like focus on the bonding events on every single Phantom Thief. I was like, I'm not sure if I didn't have the energy to do it, but sometime in the future, I can put a time lapse on trying to do it. Maybe, you know, just take the leap of faith and then just, no pun intended, just take the leap of faith and then try to one-shot Kamishita or just deal with the palace before, you know, handling everything else like some people recommend. So it's not over the summer. It's on October 9th. Which is somewhere around Jiyoung's birthday. We're a P1 Harmony fan. Also, that's next week. But for now, let's talk enhypen. So the first song they did was Brought the Heat Back. It's one of my total favorites. I would definitely want to hear that in a roller skating rink because I'm a rollerblader, sorry. I'm trying to get new rollerblades every day. Once I do, I am going to try to skate with that playing in the background. As for some of the others, I think, let me see the set list. I downloaded the set list. I was so glued to the screen because, you know, the last time enhypen was like featured in their own, I don't know if they did. The only one I can think about was that one time where they were featured in the Baby Shark movie in both English and Korean dubs. So part of me like wonders if they voiced, I'm pretty sure they voiced them in the Korean themselves in the Korean dub, but I could be wrong. I'll have to look it up for myself. There was that. And by the way, I did meet the voice actress for Baby Shark or Brooklyn. And, you know, that was one of the things I talked about with her. And even though she has not heard about the music, she has seen them in Coachella. So lucky her because she saw the pink moon in Moonstruck. Coincidentally, there was also a pink moon. Hell, they had it in the EXO era. God, I wish they had to bring it back in Fortnite because that's the only reason I want to get back into the game. Just download some of my favorite songs and then subject my favorite characters into that. That is that. But yeah, that was probably, as far as I know, that's like, you know, from what I remember, that was the last time is it dimming? I think it's dimming. I'm just gonna turn it off until I figure this out. Bruh. Oh, so it does have like a charge. Okay, thank goodness. I'll have that charging for a little bit. But for now, crappy lighting. Then there was Fever. For most of the set list, I was just thinking of the scenarios that I had back then. And by scenarios, I mean Fever, when it was first released, I just thought of it as like something you would hear in a slow dance. Paradox Invasion, that's one of my favorites. Future Perfect, don't even get me started on Future Perfect. Give and Taken. Oh my god. It sent me back to when, you know, November 2020. Even though that was like one of my low points back then, it was another escapism song, Lucifer. Oh no. I was like, oh my god, oh no, not Lucifer. Because it's one of those songs, you know, those songs where they get all the engines up and going, and up and going they did, especially with Teeth. The slow, you know the part where Teeth kind of slows down a bit? What the fuck? Yeah, that was, I already knew that something like that was gonna happen. And then Blessed Cursed. Don't even get me started on Jay doing the electric guitar.
This is. Wait.
From what I heard, apparently he, you know, he taught himself how to do the guitar. He taught himself how to do, speak Japanese, so that way, you know, and it seemed to work like a charm. I think I only heard about the electric guitar part on around when he collabed with this band called Glay, a band that he grew up listening to. Can you tell that this is one of my favorite members in enhypen? Can you tell that he's my bias? Fatal Trouble, another escapism song. And then we get to Bite Me. My headphones were off for most of the thing, up until Bite Me, because as soon as the intro of the song is you and me in this world, guess what happens? You know how it is when it came to the backup dancers for Bite Me. Tame Dash, you guys remember that time where even though it was talking about summer, back then it was fall, and when it was actually summer, it actually took place in around the Halloweenish, it had a Halloween kind of background. Maybe it's just me reaching, but I feel like that was on purpose. I don't know why. Sweet Venom took me back to, you know, freshman year in college. Go Big or Go Home. Another one of my motivation songs there too. And then we get to Moonstruck. I think they did Moonstruck. I was just like zoning out. And don't even get me started on EXO, because I was already prepared. My headphones were on as soon as da-da-da-da-da.
I knew it!
Not this time. Not this time. One of my favorite songs though. It was also in Fortnite. Oh. You know how I got the idea, where I got the idea on, oh my god. When I say that I want to use some of my favorite characters, here's an example. Please, bring this back. I'll make sure to save. Oh, I didn't even notice he wore different shoes. That's part of the reason. So for example, I could just use Gohan and Trunks if they ever do their rerun, and then maybe, just maybe, do something like this. Or do Baby Metals. Or do Chaperone if they bring it back even though it ended. Or maybe Fall Out Boy, I don't know. But that's what I want to do. No doubt.
Do the thing.
You know the walk. I was there for the walk. He did the walk. And I was like,
Yes! Sorry.
And then Bad Desire.
Whoa, why is everything falling apart?
As soon as they heard With or Without You, the crowd went totally off. But the last encore is not on the set list. Maybe this is one of the unofficials. So let me see if I could try to find another that has that. Because I think one of them had shout outs, the other one is final. I swear, the shout out was there. Here it is. Okay, Walk the Line set list. Bad Desire, No Doubt, the encore, Shout Out, and Paranormal Love. Or Paranormal. Those were the final ones. At that time, I was like, I like the song, but at the same time, I have to use the restroom. Instead of the VCRs, instead of the mints, they replaced it with, like, you know, some of the cute, the little interviews they did, similar to how Stray Kids did it for their Dominate experience. I really hope enhypen comes back. I may have not seen them 2 years ago, but I'll make sure that I can save enough, hopefully find a job, because it's so hard to do, so I got rejected so many times. Who knows? Maybe I'll get them some candy bracelets. That's kind of what I want to do. I have been doing it with anime voice actors. I kind of want to do it with actors, and, you know, it'd be really fun. It'd be super fun. I look forward to that in the future. The only thing I got was a double-sided one. And also I got this for like $3. Just solo leveling stuff. I don't know if this was part of the... You know, screw it. I don't care if the light dies. I'll charge it later. But I'm just going to use it for this bit, I guess. We got the photo card holder. Double-sided. I might use it in the future because, well, at least for size reference, I want to make my own. And then we have these three. The first one is probably an old version of Genu. I don't know if this is part of the opening, but here we are. I think this was around the time where... Oh dear. Don't even get me started on episode 2. I still find it heavy to this day. This is the scene. Oh no, or at least to me, this iconic pose. Like I said, you can't really leave it behind. Hell, it's even in the thing. Heck, even in real life, and oh my god. I have not shut up about him since last year. I'm not giving up. I'm gonna make sure of it. Or I'll make sure of it. I'll prove it to you all. I'm getting sidetracked. Long story short, that's all I got.